This is page 1. Does it have a 1? That's the title page. That is page 1. Okay. Hey, Kale. I need you.
You tell them to stop saying. I mean, I'm uncomfortable.
I have a question. Why are all the teachers wearing red? Like all the cyclones teachers?
Because today was red day for cyclones. Tomorrow is twin day. It's the spirit week. Okay. An inequality. I want you to write this down. An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. Okay. And we have already been using some of that language. Less than, greater than, more than, fewer than. Okay. We are comparing two things. Okay, right now I hear a lot of conversation happening, and I should be the only one talking unless you've raised your hand to ask me a question. Okay. All right. Now, the solution set. Now, when we talk about equations, like what we just took our CSA on, we got one answer, right? X equals 5. R equals 3. Okay. It was one number for the most part. Now, in an inequality, we're describing a lot of numbers, okay? So the solution set is the set of numbers, because there's going to be a lot, that makes the inequality true. Not the time. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you have seen these symbols before. Okay. Awesome. I need you to make sure that you understand what they mean.
Greater than, less than.
Okay, we need to, this one is the less than though. This is the less than, and this is the greater than. Okay, so less than, greater than, those are the words that we're going to use. Tomorrow, we'll get there. Tomorrow we'll talk about other words for less than and greater than, but today those are the only two words we're going to use. Okay. Now, what does it mean when we have this line underneath? Austin, what does it mean? No. Jacob. Yes. So this guy right here means less than or equal to. That means it could also be equal as well as less than.
I'm taking off my hoodie. For real? What did I do? I'm taking off my hoodie.
If you did it silently, that wouldn't be a problem. Okay. This one is greater than or equal to. That line underneath means we have equality there. Okay. Now, we're going to focus today on representing those solutions in a graph. Okay. So I'm going to give you a number line and you're going to graph your solutions. Now, when you do that, it is going to look different if we're doing less than, greater than if we have that line underneath for the equal. Okay. If we have one of these, we don't have the equal, which means our number is not a solution. So we are going to have an open circle. This open circle means we do not have a solution at that number. Okay. So what I'm gonna have you write that when we have greater than or less than, those are the times we're gonna use this open circle. Phones need to be off. Come on. True. Also that. Okay. Now, when we have a closed circle, that means our number is a solution to our inequality. And we are going to use that to graph when we have that little equality line underneath. Okay. Did you spill or what's going on? Okay.
Stop, no. I was turning off my notifications.
Put it in it. Go put it in the holder.
Yeah, it should be in the holder, bucko.
You have two choices. Put it in the holder or give it to me for the day. It's a pretty simple choice to make, but those are your two choices.
Fine, dude.
You just pick one of them.
It's fine.
It wasn't even your phone that went off. Okay, when we graph the inequality. I don't care. You have two choices. You're going to first plot the number on the number line. Then
Which one was my number?
put it in 30. That sounds like a good choice. Then you're going to shade the numbers that are solutions. So the whole point of graphing is so that we can represent what the solutions actually are. So we're going to plot the number. We're going to decide, is it open circle or is it closed circle? And then we're going to decide, are we going to shade to the right or are we going to shade to the left? All right, so we're gonna practice this first one. I'm gonna call it number 1. G is less than or equal to -2. Where are we gonna put our circle? Where are we gonna put it? -2, it's telling us. So I'm gonna put a circle at -2. Now we need to decide, are we gonna leave it open or are we gonna color it in? Kadem, are we gonna color it in or no? We're gonna color it in. How do you know that? We have this line right here that means equal to. Okay. Now, I need G to be less than or equal to -2. That means I need numbers that are less than -2. That means we need smaller. So if I go to the left or to the right, which numbers are smaller than -2? To the left, okay? Now, watch what I do, but don't do it on your paper. If I do this, you can see where my blue line is because I'm using blue. If you use pencil and you do exactly what I did, can you see it? Probably not. So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you kind of draw a little line up above. That way you can see it. That'll be fine. Okay, but if you messed up, you can't erase it. Okay, so all of these numbers, including -2 and to the left, all represent numbers that satisfy this inequality. -5 is less than or equal to -2. -3 is less than or equal to -2. Kale, do you have a question? Hold on, get your blue pass out and I'll come sign it. Okay. Okay, number 2. Did you sign this last one? Where are we gonna put our circle? What number? At 0. Okay. Cash, is it gonna be an open circle or a closed circle? What?
Because it's greater.
It is greater than. Do we have the line underneath?
Nope.
No. If it doesn't, okay, if it does not have the line underneath, it's gonna be open. Okay, so we're gonna leave it open. Now we need to decide which way it's gonna go. Okay, well, this says F is greater than 0. So I want to shade in numbers that are bigger than 0. So where are their numbers bigger than 0? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of those numbers. So we're gonna shade those numbers in over here. Okay. Now some of you might see a pattern. No? Do you have any observations to make about our graph? Okay, well, maybe after this one you can. Now, I am going to ask that every time you give me an inequality, the variable's on the left. Is the variable on the left in this number 3?
No.
No. So I want you to flip-flop the K and the 2. And since the alligator is open towards the 2, I need it to still be open towards the 2. So this is the inequality that I want you to graph. Okay. I really need the variable to be on the left. Okay. Either way, we know that we have our circle is at 2 and it's closed. Austin, which way are we going to go? To the right or to the left? We want K to be less than or equal to 2. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, I want to go towards numbers that are smaller. Okay, so he said towards 0. That's perfect. Okay. Does anybody have an observation to make about the arrows? Hate them? Okay, that is a nifty pattern, maybe a happy accident. Aiden? When the variable is on the left, there may be something that is helpful with those arrows. Anybody see it? Okay, okay. Okay, so you see how this guy matches this guy? And this guy matches this guy. So as long as you're on the left, as long as the variable is on the left, that can be a double check for you. But I do want you to think about what numbers are smaller, what numbers are greater based on your inequality, okay? But that can be a double check for you. What I want you to do is go to page 2 and you're answering right now 1 through 4. You're answering 1 through 4 and then stop. It's more like this. I love that you're working right now, but you should have done the brush and I will not handle it well. I like the haircut. Okay, we're doing 1 through 4 on page 2.
Miss, is number 3. Miss, is page 3 our homework? No.
Yes.
No.
Right now. I'm not playing this game.
No. No.
You had your opportunity. You need that second before it becomes a bigger deal. I don't need your help.
What? That was it. I was kidding. Look, I was buying.
Why would you do that? Turn around. All right, lady, open or close circle at 2 in number 1. Lady, open. Okay. Hey, and which way do we go? Right or left? We're gonna go to the right. We want numbers that are greater than 2. You ready to do that one? Okay. So thumbs up, thumbs down. Your graph matches what we have up here for number 1. Jacob, thumbs up, thumbs down. Not really sure what that is. Does yours match?
I didn't do it yet. I didn't do number 2.
Number 3, page 3 is your homework. All right. Peyton, open circle or closed circle for number 2. Okay, so at -3, we have a closed circle. Okay. And I gotta let somebody else answer it down. Okay. Jacob, which way do we go? Right or left? Well, answer it. Just look up here and tell me which way we draw it. You're right. 50-50. Austin, what are we talking about? I'm gonna kill my shins here. Okay, so Jacob, this says x is less than or equal to -3. Which numbers are going to be less than -3? Do we need to shade towards 0 or do we need to shade towards like -3? I mean -5. Which numbers are less than -3?
But it's also equal to.
Right. But I want to know which ones are less than. Is 3 less than -3? Okay, but also numbers that are less than. So which numbers are less than -3? Jacob, just look up here. Just look up here. Are these numbers less than -3? Or are these numbers?
I told you. You gotta move to the right.
Okay, so you're saying that 0 is a solution for less than or equal to -3.
Wait, no. You go to the right.
Thank you. Okay, these numbers are less than or equal to -3. All right, number 3. Kanaya, what kind of circle do we have? Open, an open at 4. Okay, now remember, this is 1. I need you to rewrite it. This is D is less than 4. Okay, so Kaden, which way are we going? There's a clock up there, Peyton. Okay, so we want numbers that are less than 4. So we're gonna go to the left. Okay. All right, number 4. Marco, open or close circle at -1. We have a closed circle at -1 because of this equality right here, okay? And Ruby, which way are we gonna go, right or left? The girl that sits behind you. No. Turns out it is not. Okay, now we're gonna go backwards. Here in number 5, I have a graph and we're going to write the inequality. So I don't care what variable you use, X, Y, Z, R, Q, whatever, okay? But we have X and it looks like we have our dot at 1. So my first question is there going to be a line with the inequality or no? No, because we have an open circle. Now we need to decide which way we're going to write our inequality. Well, we have these numbers over here. Are these numbers less than or are they greater than 1? They are less than. Left. I know, this is left. Oh, you want it open to the right. We already did. We breezed right past through that. I know, we're doing it together. Okay. All right. In number 6, Wes, what variable you want to use? A. A sounds great. And our circle is at -3. Aiden, do we need a line with our inequality? Yes, we do, because we have that filled in circle, okay? Now we got to decide which way is it going to open, okay? Are these numbers that are colored in, are they greater than or are they less than, Kale? They are greater than. So we need the greater than sign. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer 7 and 8. That's all you need. You can do it. Yeah, good job. All right, Austin, what do you have for number 7?
A, and then it's going left. Or like, and then
This is what Austin has. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Do you agree with Austin? I only see a couple thumbs. Up, down, or sideways. Is that what you got? Okay, awesome. Number 8. Madison, what'd you get?
What is that word? That's a line underneath. 0.
Okay, so we would say that B is less than or equal to 0. You can use any letter you want, is what I said. Okay. Do you agree with the inequality in the number?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So your homework is page 3.
Easy.
It is easy. I bet you can get it done before class time ends.
Done.
what's going on? It's like how there's like equal and different.
Yeah, those are your own words, Ben.